Hafide and welcome to Brew Quest. In the last episode, I tried an American Imperial Stout, and in this episode, I'm going to stick with stouts, but we're going to go barrel-aged. So I've heard a lot about barrel-aged. Like, barrel-aged beers is this huge thing in the craft beer community. It's supposed to give the beer a different flavor, depending on what barrels they use. I've heard a lot of people using rum barrels, bourbon barrels, wine barrels, and there's so many different types of beer that you can actually barrel age, from ales, lagers, sours, stouts, but the ones that I see the most are stouts. So I actually picked this beer up that I'm going to try today, maybe 2 weeks ago, and it's a beer that I've heard a lot about. A lot of people, when talking about barrel-aged beers, especially stouts, talk about KBS. Interestingly enough, I've tried CBS before. During one of the first ever craft beer tastings I went to at my cousin's place, he broke out a CBS bottle and he's like, hey, try this out. And I tried it, I thought it was super strong. I didn't really like the taste, but the more I drink stouts, the more I started liking the taste, and now I actually want to go retry CBS to see if my palate has changed. I think that was maybe 6 months ago when I first went to their place to try new craft beers, and ever since then, been loving it. I'm going to try KBS today, but before I get to pouring and tasting this, I'm going to learn a little bit more about barrel-aged beers. According to craftbeer.com, a wood or barrel-aged beer is any lager, ale, or hybrid beer, either a traditional style or a unique experimental beer that has been aged for a period of time in a wooden barrel or in contact with wood. This beer is aged with the intention of imparting the unique character of the wood and or the flavor of what has been previously been in the barrel. Today's craft brewers are using wood, mostly oak, to influence flavor and aromatics. Beer may have been aged in wooden barrels, new, or previously used to age wine or spirits. Or chips, spirals, and cues may be added to the conditioning tanks that normally house beer. A variety of types of wood are used, including oak, apple, alder, hickory, and more. The interior of most barrels is charred or toasted to further enhance the flavor of the wood. So that's pretty interesting. I've never, before jumping into the whole craft beer scene, I've never heard of beer being aged in wooden barrels. Barrel aging beer is sort of a new concept to me, but it's one I'm liking. I think the whole bourbon, the extra flavor, the extra aroma that comes with barrel aging, it's pretty good. I like it. So far, all the beers that I've tried that were barrel aged were great. Because barrel-aged beer is not really style-specific, and that's to say that there's not one specific style that is barrel-aged. I'm not going to put any of the stats on the screen because craftbeer.com does not list those stats because it varies way too much from lager, ale, sours. So there's so much stuff, or there's so many different types of beer that can be barrel-aged, so I'm not going to put any of those stats up. I will put the stats up from the Founders website, if I can find it. Here's some stats from Founders website, and here's the pour. Now that the pour's over, let's take a look at this beer. So at the beginning, you can see the head, nice and light brown, like another mocha, chocolatey brown tinge to it. It's great. Very dark, just as dark as the Imperial Stout, I would say. Almost pitch black. Not a lot of brown to see through. You can't even see through this glass. So let's kind of smell it. I'm getting a lot of coffee notes. Kind of smell sweetness and a little bit of the alcohol. I can kind of smell the alcohol. I'm not sure if that's the bourbon aroma, and then like a sweetness, like the chocolatey sweetness. But yeah, you can definitely smell the bourbon or the bourbon barrel. So let's try this out. Cheers. Medium body, kind of thick. You do get that roasted malt character in it. Definitely, it's kind of strong. There's also a strong, I want to say another strong alcohol sort of flavor that I'm getting. It's sort of like when you take a shot, like a whiskey shot. You throw it back, and it's just that rush or that light coating on your tongue. It's kind of what it tastes like. It doesn't hurt like alcohol, like pure, like a spirit hurts or burns. But it's sort of a mild burning. At least that's how it feels when I drink it. A little bit of the chocolate note, the coffee note is there. Definitely taste it a bit. You can get a little bit of the bitterness towards the finish. Okay, so I understand why you can get that little bit of the alcohol taste, because this bottle is 12.2 ABV. Holy, it is high, super, a lot higher than I think anything I've drank when it comes to beer. Like, I don't think I've had anything higher than a 12.2, which is maybe it's because of a little bit of the bourbon that's in there. That's probably because it's stout, and usually stouts are higher. I think the Rasputin was like 9%, if I'm mistaken. I forget. I'm really forgetting how high that ABV was. My final take is I like it more than the, as far as stouts go, I like it more than the Imperial, but I like it less than the Milk Stout. I don't know if it's that strong flavor, or that strong bitterness that comes with the Imperial Stouts, but it's not. I don't know. I prefer, right now I prefer the Milk Stout, or especially if it's nitro, I prefer that one. This one is a close second, and obviously the regular Imperial Stout's third. I think the reason why I like this more is because of the different flavors. Oh, the bourbon character is great. The coffee and chocolate character is great. I would definitely drink this over any Imperial Stout, especially that old Rasputin. And I definitely drink more than one bottle of this, but I'm a little bit scared because it's 12.2. I don't think I can drink as much of this versus the American wheat, but this is definitely a good tasting beer. There's some days where I want something light, there's some days I want something heavy, and when I want something heavier, more taste, more aroma, definitely gonna go and pick up one of these. I can see why a lot of people talk about this beer. It's very good for what it is. And I would definitely buy another 4-pack of KBS in the future. Alright, so where does this rank on my beer style rankings? Because barrel age is huge and it's this wide style, I'm just going to kind of refer to this as barrel aged stouts. So this ranks accordingly. At the top I have the British style sweet stout, the milk stout. Number 2, American wheat beer. Number 3, I'm gonna have to go with the barrel aged, man. Barrel aged stouts, awesome. So barrel aged stouts are number 3. Number 4, I'll go with the British style brown ale. And number 5, contemporary Goza. So that's gonna be my top 5. If you want a full list, let me know in the comments, and I will provide one on Instagram. If you're not following my Instagram, links are in the description. But thank you very much for watching. If you have a favorite barrel aged series, put it down in the comments below. I've had other barrel aged stouts. The CBS was okay. I kind of don't remember it anymore, but it was okay. Kind of got me into craft beer, to be honest. I've had a Mikkeller vanilla shake that was barrel aged, and that was awesome. Almost the same as this KBS. I think they're probably, for me, kind of even. Let me know if you have a favorite barrel aged series. Stouts are great, or other beer, and maybe if I can find it, I'll try it out. But thank you for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys on the next one. Cheers. That bourbon's great.